All right, everybody. Happy Saturday. I'm sorry that we didn't have a reaction video to the deadline. But if I'm being completely honest with you, I thought that we would make a bigger move than the one that we made, and that was the reason that we didn't do it because the move that we made was a depth trade in everyone's personal opinion. So we traded for oh god, I'm gonna have to actually pull up his name.
Uh, Joe something.
Uh, Let me just look up Bears trade on Twitter real quick here. I should have had that pulled up earlier. Uh, all right, so that's not it. Um, so damn it, now I can't. Okay, here it is. Joe Tryon Inca or something. I probably butchered that name, but when it's a hyphenated name, it's a very hard name to pronounce. But it was only for like a 6th round draft pick, so
Seventh, I think.
no. We traded for him and a 7th round pick, so
Oh, okay.
it was a 6th. But we're not going to just break down that trade because that I mean, we literally just broke it down. It was a depth trade. No more to say about that. But
Hey, he
there was
does have
some
a Super Bowl.
there were some big trades on Tuesday. Uh One that I did not expect. I don't think anyone expected was Sauce Gardner to the Colts for 2 first-round draft picks. The Colts are going all in, man. The Colts are going all
Yeah,
in.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, 2 first-round picks for Sauce is, in my opinion, an overpay for
really?
any corner in this league besides Pat Surtain. I don't think any corner should be getting 2 first-round picks. That's
Wow.
that's the move you make for a quarterback, a D lineman, and that's it. Like an edge guy.
Oh, okay. And then the Jets also traded Quinnen Williams uh to the
Yeah.
Cowboys. Uh, but let me just say this: that Micah Parsons trade still looks pretty bad because Quinnen Williams is not Micah Parsons.
No,
Um,
but Quentin Williams is good. He is a
He is
good
good.
football
I'm
player.
just saying I don't think he's gonna replace Micah Parsons is what I'm
No.
saying. But I will say this: the Jets have the ammunition to do to at least try and fix their dumpster fire of a franchise. And I say try because they've tried to do it for the last like 20 years and they cannot get the quarterback right. But they have 2 first-round draft picks this year and 2 first-round draft picks next year.
Yeah.
Um, it,
And let's be honest, their second round pick's gonna be is basically a first round pick.
yeah, yep, that's true. That's true. But here's my thing. Here's my thing. The quarterback class for this year is just as bad as last year. I mean, there's no surefire guy that is gonna save your franchise. So
No.
what I think the Jets need to do is wait another year. I mean, it's not it's not optimal because you don't have a great quarterback right now in Justin Fields, but
As we know.
I mean, you can't bank on just a quarterback from uh, Indiana or something like that to be
The
the first.
Alabama guy too.
I mean, there's not. You need like a you need a quarterback that just like comes off a stellar season and has produced each year of his college career. There hasn't been that guy this year, you know.
Well,
So
isn't well? There's no. I think he's next. He'll be 27. Dylan Raiola, the Patrick Mahomes
oh god.
cosplayer. I mean, he's played decent college football.
Well, where
His
is he
first,
from? Where is he
he's
from?
in Nebraska,
Mm.
I think. Yeah,
Well, no. When you said he's 27, you mean that
I think.
he'll be declaring in
Yeah,
27. He's
I
not
think he's
27
a. I
years
think
old.
no. I think he's 19 or 20.
So he's got another year. He's got
Yeah,
another year, but
pretty sure. Yeah, he's either a sophomore or he might be a junior. But
like the thing for me is I wonder, is there any quarterback that is in the league right now from Nebraska? Excuse me, sorry.
no,
So how confident are you in, like, if you're an NFL coach and GM, how confident are you that it's gonna work out? Is my thing.
I'm not. But like, I feel like that's like the only guy I've heard of consistently.
Sure.
Like, or and the Indiana guy. I mean, he's been good. I mean, he's not your guy you take pick 101 at all. Like, there's really like no one. Like, there's don't get me wrong, good skill positions in this coming up draft. It's not a quarterback draft.
Mm-mm.
Next year is the 2027 class is going to be so good. It's going to be like that 2020 class.
Really?
Yeah, because you got guys like Ryan Williams, you got Jeremiah Smith coming out, you got dogs at wide receiver. That's what you had
This
in
year or next
no
year?
next year.
Uh-huh, right.
And then who knows? There could be like who knows? Arch could have a breakout season next year
Yeah, but
if he stays.
that's 1 year of production. That's
Yeah,
one
I
year of
mean, but
production.
that's kind of all you need to be a high draft pick for
I
a
guess.
quarterback.
I
I
guess.
mean, we did it with Mitch. He had 1 year.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Um, but were there any other like ones that were surprising for the trade deadline?
The honestly, the one that surprised me like the most, other than Sauce, was the Jacoby Myers going to the Jags. That surprised me.
Well, I think they did that because they lost out on Travis Hunter for a couple weeks.
Yeah, but that one surprised me. That was for fourth and sixth, I
That,
think.
that wasn't the one that surprised me, really. The one that surprised me, even though you alluded to it that it was probably going to happen, was actually Rashid Shaheed to the Seahawks.
Yeah,
And it's that I like it. I like it. I
I,
mean, he goes to his old offensive coordinator in Clint Kubiak with the Seahawks, so he's going to someone that he knows and knows how to use him and all that stuff. But how much did he go for?
that
Was that a
was. I think that was a fifth and sixth.
that's pretty cheap.
No, yeah, it was like a cheap trade. Let me see.
Um, but I mean, I wish him luck in Seattle, and honestly, I gotta say it. One player that's working out for them is Sam Darnold somehow. I thought that
I,
he would.
yeah,
I thought that he would. I don't want to say like revert back to his old ways, but I thought that he would definitely take a step back because I mean, sometimes you just need to find a system that works for you and stay there, which is why I'm going to say this. Daniel Jones, you might want to stay in Indianapolis because I don't know if it's gonna work anyplace else.
yeah. Rashid Shaheed was a fourth and a fifth.
Okay, that's pretty cheap. Um, but yeah, I mean, but before we go into the Bears pregame stuff and everything else for the topics today, we do want to say that the Bears were looking into other edge rushers, specifically Jermaine Johnson. But the thing was, the Jets were trying to package him and Brees Hall to the Bears to get the first round draft pick from the Bears. And I have to give Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson credit. Thanks for sticking to your guns and saying no to that, because Brees Hall is not worth a first round draft pick. I mean, if you got him alone, he's worth a third at most, I would say. So the Bears were looking for other people, but they were asking too much.
Like honestly, if like we did that trade deal, the Brees Hall and Jermaine Johnson, like I know the Jets wanted a second for Jermaine Johnson.
That even that's too much for me,
Like
honestly.
that's a little too much, but if we were to get both of them, I would do like a second and like a sixth if we were to get both. But we don't need Brees Hall. We got Kyle
Yeah,
Monunga.
we don't need Brees Hall. We're fine. We're fine. But going into the next topic. So we take on the Giants tomorrow at noon. And you know, if if the Giants did have uh Neighbors and Scadaboo, I would honestly probably put this in the loss column, if I'm being honest with you, because the, those two are dangerous guys. Now, the Giants lost Malik Neighbors for the year because of an ACL tear, because of bad turf. The turf needs to be fixed in MetLife. Now, the context: the Bears are not playing the Giants in MetLife, so we're gonna be fine. There's not gonna be any you know torn. Well, hopefully no torn ACLs on turf problems. But
Even though Saquon did tear his ACL against the Bears at the Bears Stadium.
okay, that was in the Bears stadium. Okay, I didn't know that. I forgot which stadium that was in. Uh, but I do remember that game actually.
Yeah.
But and then Scadaboo has a really bad, has an ankle injury or something like that, and I have to say
He's out for the year.
he he reminds me of Michael. Have you seen the Adam Sandler Longest Yard?
Hmm.
He reminds me of Stone Cold Steve Austin in
Yep.
that movie. He does not go down in the first try. You need three guys to bring him down. Uh, but let me pull up the injury report for the Bears here, because we do have some guys missing. Uh, like TJ Edwards is out because he just had surgery on his hand. Josh Blackwell is also out, uh, and Dominique Robinson is also out. Uh, DeAndre Swift is actually questionable because he had a personal thing that made him miss practice on Friday, and then Durham Smythe is also questionable. But Luther Burden, Kevin Byard, Grady Jarrett, uh, Roshan Johnson, Cole Kmet, Kyle Monangai, DJ Moore, Roman Dunze, uh, Oman O, and Joe Thuney are all full and don't have injury designations. So we should be fine in that regard. But I will admit, missing TJ Edwards is huge. I know
I
that
I hate that.
I know that I know that we talked about how the Giants don't necessarily have great weapons, but Jaxson Dart is a weapon within himself. I mean, he's making something out of nothing there. I had like last week, I think he threw for like 200 yards and two touchdowns with like no, you know, star-studded receiver or anything like that. So he
And
can
I
still
think he rushed for 50 yards or something like that too.
he can still keep his team in the game, but I pray that we win against the Giants, because it just does not. I don't see how the the Giants offense can keep up with this offense. Now, going into the next topic, the the Giants defensive line is scary. I am not going to shy away from that. But I don't think their corners are that great or their
No,
safeties. I mean, at how many points the defense has let up uh, for the Giants. It's 243. So we're in week 10, right? Or week
mhm,
that. So we're in week 10. So that averages out to 24.3 points a game. And the Giants are only 2-6. I mean, that's not great. Um,
no. But they've been in games, which is so weird.
it's true, it's true. But my thing is, so look, each game each game it feels like the defenses that we play against have only gotten 1 or 2 sacks on Caleb. I think this is possibly a game where we might give up 3 or 4 sacks. And it's not because our offensive line is not good. It's because of how good the defensive line for the Giants is.
Yeah, I mean they got Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence. They got
Brian Burns,
Brian Burns,
Kayvon
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
Like they're stacked, and Thibodeau doesn't even start.
Yeah, that's insane. If there was one guy that I kind of wish that the Bears checked in on, it was going to be Thibodeau. If I'm being honest with you,
Yeah, I have a feeling they called for him, but
maybe I think maybe what they realized was this year I believe is the last year of his deal. So I think he's going to be a free agent anyway. Maybe they try and target him in the off season. Uh,
yeah. Was
um,
this last year?
I think so.
Was
It
he
was.
21 or 22 draft class?
I think he was 21. No, I think he was. Now that I think about it, I think he was 22. Fuck, dang. That's not. So it's not because he was a first round draft pick. So he's got a 5th-year option.
Hmm.
But I think they might reject it. So maybe this is his last year. Because
Yeah, unless they reject Burns.
I don't think he can. And I mean, Burns is
Well,
the
this
deep.
is his 4th year in the league. Yeah, he was 22.
Um, I mean, what do you think we need to do in order to neutralize this scary defensive line?
You double team Dexter every time. That's what you have to do to stop him. Stop him, in my opinion. The rookie. You let Abdul Carter. He'll be on. He'll be on Darnell Wright's side.
Really, I thought he'd be on Theo's side.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So you let Theo go 1-on-1 with Abdul Carter. You let Abdul Carter man the or he is the main focus of, like to stop the game. You don't let the stars stop the game for you. You double team Dexter. You have Darnell Wright on Burns. So there you go. That's how you stop him, in my opinion. You let
And
Abdul Carter go 1-on-1, and hopefully we stop him. Hopefully Caleb gets the ball out before he sacks him.
yeah, yeah, that's gonna be interesting to watch. And
Yeah,
this next one, these next two topics kind of go hand in hand. So I I believe weather is going to be a factor in the game on Sunday because Chicago is supposed to get their first snow tomorrow. I don't know when it's supposed to snow. If I look at the weather report, uh, actually, I'm going to do that right now, just so I can
that's what
confirm
I'm
this.
doing right now.
Um, okay, so
Hold up. Now it's saying on the weather app for Apple, so it's not that
uh huh,
correct every time.
uh huh.
It's not. It's saying it's not supposed to snow till Monday now.
Yeah, I'm looking at WGN and I'm seeing cloudy and mostly cloudy and wind during our game time.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, really, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that because I
Same.
don't want I don't want to see snow in a November game yet. If you want to see if you want us to see snow in a November game, have it be November,
Like Thanksgiving games.
yeah, around Thanksgiving. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. But not now. Not now. It's too early for snow. Um, but the high for tomorrow in Chicago is only supposed to be 37. Uh, and for reference, when we kick off, it says mostly cloudy / wind at 37 degrees at 12 o'clock. So, I mean, I feel better now knowing that that there's little possibility of snow. But
See,
I
now here's the problem. Say that's all wrong. Say it does snow. You can't really run the ball on
That's a
this
good point.
defense. Like you're
That's a good
gonna
point.
have to throw, which goes into our next topic.
Yeah. So Caleb Williams is has played in states that has always been warm, or there's no snow in existence in existence there. And if there is snow there, it dries in an hour or it
Yeah.
goes away.
And
So
last year he didn't play in a snow game.
he's when he was in college, he played at Oklahoma and USC, both warm states. Snow wouldn't last there. So really, my question is, can Caleb Williams throw for 250 in cold weather? I think he can, because I don't think outside of this defensive line, I don't think the Giants defense is that scary. I don't think they have great corners or safeties. And I think that the amount of weapons that we have can outweigh the defensive safeties and corners that uh, that the Giants have. However, I will say this: you need to get Rome involved. You need to get Rome involved. I mean, with how everything was going last week, there was one there was supposed to be there was it was destined that there was going to be one outlier that didn't have a good game at all, and that was Rome. You have to get him his targets this week.
He only had 3 targets.
And technically, he did have. I mean, he did have one catch, but it was called back because of a penalty,
Yeah.
which which was actually the ball was thrown by Cole Kmet, and actually that impressed me. I mean, he could sling the ball pretty good. Um,
No, I mean, so with this Caleb thing, like can he throw in the cold weather? He's from Washington D.C.
so
I don't.
he has been in a state where it has been cold.
Yeah. So with that being said, he has been in that state for what 18 years, I would say.
Probably yeah, something like that.
Right? You would think like 17, 18 years. So with that, I think he can throw for 250. It's just whether or not we need him to throw for 250. Like if we get up early, you're gonna pound the ball.
Which with the Giants is completely possible. I mean,
Exactly.
when you look, okay, I'm gonna look up the Giants schedule, and I'm gonna say the scores that they've had for the last for their last couple games schedule. Um, okay, so let's see here. So okay, so they let up 20 or 34 to the 49ers, which is understandable. 38 to the Eagles, 33 to the Broncos, which context was
Always in the fourth quarter.
all in the fourth quarter. Um, the the Giants actually won against the Eagles 3 weeks ago. They the Giants lost to the Saints. They beat the Chargers 21-18. They lost to the Chiefs 22-9. Uh, they lost to the Cowboys in overtime 40-37.
Hold up. The Chiefs, Cowboys, and the first game were Russell Wilson.
Oh, that's true. So when was
Dart came in week 4.
Week 4, which would be the
The Eagles,
Chargers.
the
The Char.
Chargers game.
So in those what 6 weeks, right? 6
Yeah.
weeks. I mean, I would say the only impressive game that Dart had was against the Broncos, and they still lost. Um,
Honestly, the Eagle, like, he's not throwing for a crazy amount, but
well,
he is getting passing touchdowns.
here's the thing: he's not throwing for crazy amounts because he doesn't have people to throw to.
Exactly.
If he had neighbors, if he had Scatterboo, if he had a you know if he had like a hypothetical uh, Chris Olave or something like that, he would have padded his stats a little bit. But when you look at Jaxson Dart's stat lines since he's starting, I'm gonna look this up on ESPN.
I have it. You want me to go through it?
Yeah, go through it. Yeah, go ahead and go
So
through it.
the Chargers game, he threw for 111 with a touchdown. The Saints game, he threw for 202 with 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. Then Philly threw for 195 and a touchdown. Denver, he threw for 283, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. That was his good game. That's the one we were saying. Another game against Philly, 193, a touchdown, basically identical stats. And then last week against San Fran, he threw for 191, 2 touchdowns. But here's the thing: every game he's had 50 plus rushing yards besides Denver and Philly and the second Philly game. But he's also running for a touchdown every game. He's ran for one every game besides the Saints game.
So that's probably going to be something that hopefully the defense has focused on
Yeah.
this week in practice with Jaxson Dart. I still think that we can win this pretty comfortably. They're 4.5 point favorites, right?
Hmm.
I think we could win by 7 or 10. I'm gonna say that we win 28-21. I think we can win 28-21.
Yeah. I feel like we could win by a touchdown. I just really don't want to see a game winning field goal drive again.
Sure.
Like, I want a comfortable win like we did against the Cowboys.
I mean, the last comfortable win we had was against the Saints,
Yeah, but that didn't feel comfortable.
and it was still ugly, honestly. Um, in a perfect world, I would love to see Caleb throw for 250 and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
think it,
I want Rome
to
to
get
get
one, to
get
get
one.
one.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
want to see Loveland still involved in this offense.
I want. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I think we need to. I think we need to throw it out there. I think we need to start Loveland at tight end 1 and have
Yeah.
Komet be the tight end 2. And this is not saying me. This is not me saying that Komet is a bad tight end. It's just uh Komet. Even though he's full, did get ruled out last week because of concussion. So even though he's back this week, I don't think he's necessarily still 100%.
Mhm.
So you might want to, have Loveland be the lead guy, and see if he can get, uh, okay, what he had 118 and 2 touchdowns last week. If
Off of
you can,
6 catches, yeah.
if you can get him maybe 575,
4 to 5 catches, yeah.
I think that is a good game for a first round rookie.
Yeah.
Especially for a tight end, because tight ends don't get involved in offenses that much.
No,
So
they get their catch for like 30 yards, and that's like most of their stats.
Yeah, unless you're Kelsey or Brock Bowers, not last week, but
Not last game. Last
last
week he still
last
he
game,
did
last
amazing.
game. I'm sorry, because his game was Thursday. I I didn't think he was going to get a game like that he got last week with the 3 touchdowns, but I thought he'd get a touchdown.
Yeah,
So
so did I. I bet on it. So
little disappointed on that there. But our last topic is a really interesting one. So DeAndre Swift will most likely be back this week, even though he is marked as questionable because of his personal issue that he missed practice yesterday. But if Swift is back, the carries for the running backs need to be split 50-50. They need to be split 50-50 because Kyle Monungai looked like a veteran running back last week. I mean, he looked like he's been in the league for 5 years. I mean, the dude went off for 160 or 76 rushing yards and 22 receiving yards. I mean, Michael, you said that he was going to go over to
I
over
said over
100,
100. Yeah.
and I guess I called you crazy. I don't remember calling you crazy, but
No, you just said I don't see him getting that much because you said 60 to 80. I said I wouldn't be surprised if he gets over 100.
well, I mean, you were right. I mean, and still somehow Caleb had 280 passing yards,
Yeah,
which is insane. Now,
and 20 receiving yards.
now, I will admit, 58 of those passing yards were in the last 17 seconds of the game, or no, 30 seconds of the game for a game-winning touchdown. And honestly, I'm quite surprised that Loveland didn't go down and just like go down at like the 20-yard line to just kick a game-winning field goal. But at the point where you bounce off of 2 tackles and you can keep going, you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna score a touchdown here. I mean, this is you know
No, yeah, no, you score a touchdown there because that makes them that makes the Bengals go for a touchdown, and you don't rely on Santos to kick a field goal.
Yeah, and honestly, if Loveland did go down, he'd have to go down at like the 10-yard line for me to actually be comfortable with me
Yeah,
with Santos trying to make a kick, because if he went down where he initially caught the ball, I wouldn't have been comfortable with the
no,
with the field goal.
yeah,
Uh,
like if he got tackled there, I wouldn't have been comfortable with the field goal. Which, hold up, I wanna I wanna say something real quick.
yeah,
Would you? I know it's not a topic. I know this is our last topic, but would you be opposed if they had two kickers on the roster? Like if they had Moody for like 50 plus yarders and then or 45 plus yarders.
I would not be opposed to that. No, I would not be opposed to that at
Because
all.
like honestly, because I was thinking about that. Like you put Moody for like kickoffs and stuff. You have Santos for the short field goals because that's where he.
I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I feel like the team would be opposed to that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying this as a fan because Santos has been making me mad, missing 50 plus yarders
Hmm.
that are crucial for the game.
But I will say this: I think the Bears need to possibly think about letting go of Santos at the end of the year and just seeing if Moody would like to stay for this foreseeable future.
Yeah, or they get a kicker like after the draft is over. Like a rookie kicker. See how they do. I don't
Well,
know if there's any good kickers out there, but
that never works unless you're the Baltimore Ravens or something like
yeah,
that. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens literally got their replacement for Justin Tucker the year he leaves.
yeah, it's
And
stupid.
and it's not necessarily that he wanted to leave. It was because of the fact that he had it was another Deshaun Watson situation ish.
Yeah,
Um, but I want to see what this backfield looks like with both of them out there. I, we'll see if it happens this week because we need to, we'll have to see if um, Swift is active. I would imagine that he's active because if it's personal, I think that he can make it to the game tomorrow. But you never know. Maybe it's a death in the family or something like that. Not that hasn't been disclosed, but when it's a personal matter, it usually involves family. So and when it involves family, it's usually about a family member being sick or a death in the family. And I mean, I only remember like one or two people ever playing a game of football after a death in the family. One was Marquise Goodwin, who did score a touchdown after his daughter's death of the same day, and then Brett Favre is the other one.
Chris Jones just did it.
Oh, really? I
Hmm
didn't know that. I
It
didn't know
was it
that.
was like right before the game. Like he got on a flight. Like I think their
Oh,
game was
yes,
at three
yes,
twenty
you're right.
five.
You're right. Yes, you're right. I forgot about that. But I think that's going to be it for us today. Jack will be back on Monday. He was supposed to pop in today, but he had some things pop up last minute that he couldn't make it today. But he will be on Monday, and we will hopefully have an exciting podcast for you guys. I'm excited for tomorrow's game, but
I will say it right now. We will have the speech.
I will not prematurely text anybody. I will not do it. I will
No,
not do it.
please
I
don't
am
do it.
not jinxing them. I will not do it. I but I will say this. When you're up 14, you should easily be able to say that you should win.
Up 14 with 2 minutes. Yeah, you should.
So, that's on the defense. Hopefully we get that tightened up this week. This week. Oh crap! I totally forgot. We totally forgot to mention this. Uh, Asante Samuel is actually visiting with the Bears on Tuesday. Now we do have to get past um teams like the Packers, the Vikings, uh, and a couple others that were earlier in the week. But I mean, we need some corner help, so I would love to. I would love to
Yeah.
bring him in. Now it's not going to be like a long-term thing. It's probably going to be a year for you know $3 million, something like that. If I was a betting man, which I am not. I am not a betting man. I'm not good at betting. Um, if anyone in here is the betting man, it's the guy next to me. Uh,
I
um,
have been on a heater.
but if we can sign him over, the teams that he's visited before us, I would love it.
Yeah.
Um, just for a little extra depth in the corner room because I really want to get Gordon back. Stevenson has been doing great. CJ Gardner Johnson got his first sack last week. Now I will admit the thing that helped that was the fact that it was Joe Flacco. Um, I don't think that he'd get a sack on Jaxson Dart if we
I'm
played him last week.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we get a sack period next week or this week. Maybe one. Jackson Dart just gets out of stuff so easily. He's so
It's
fast.
too slippery, too
Yeah.
slippery. Yeah, no, I can totally see it. But but at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily say that the Giants' offensive line is that great.
No, they're not. But he
The
just
fact
gets
that
out of
it's so
stuff, and
slippery. Yeah. So now we're done. I just wanted to talk about Asante Samuel for a little bit. I mean, do you have anything to say about that about Asante Samuel, Michael?
if you
Before we
don't come to the Bears, do not go to the Packers. That's all I
that
have
is
to say.
that is a good statement. That is a good ending statement. Um, and honestly, I see the Packers losing on Monday. They play the Eagles. So if
Yep.
we can if we can win and they lose, we're in first place.
No, Lions will win probably.
Oh wait, who are they playing?
Commanders
Oh, yep. So we'll be in second.
will be
But
in
hey,
second.
that would go. That would make us. That would go. That the division would go Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings. Which
Yep.
I predicted that the Vikings would take a step back. So, all right,
Even
everybody,
even though they're 50%
500.
or 500. Yeah.
So have a good NFL Sunday, everybody. We will be back on Monday and enjoy the weekend. Try to stay warm, everybody. Have a good one.
Later.